Hey friends, welcome back. Now in the last video we explored the dates and the date hierarchy and also the drill down functionality. Now this is quite helpful and might enhance our reports, but maybe a question arises. So at the beginning you've seen in my report, for instance, I deactivated the auto date time functionality. So was there any reason why I did that? Or why actually is this possible at all? Well, this is a good question and let's explore this a little bit. Now, if we enable the auto date time functionality, as we have done, then we can use the hierarchy directly in any kind of visualization we want. And we can drill in and drill out and everything is fine. Now that's a great feature, however, it comes with a price. What is the price? Well, if you take a closer look, let's go to File one more time and go to Options and Settings and go to Options. You will see that here, under the data load option, where there's also this auto date time functionality for the global as well as for the current file. Let's actually go to the current file maybe. There's also this option, currently it's enabled. But if you go under this, exclamation mark here, you'll see that automatically create a hidden date table for each field in the model that has a date or date time data type. And that means this is a quite costly operation, especially if you have a large model with a lot of date columns. Because what Power BI is doing here, it is creating an additional date table, which we can't see, it's not visible, it just happens under the hood, but it's creating this date table for each date column in the dataset. And this means this is really expensive because it blows up the model size, and this is something we want to avoid normally. So you can use this option here and use the auto hierarchy here, which gets created, especially if you have a small model, then this should not be a huge issue. But if you have large models, then I would highly encourage you, and this is also best practice, to deactivate this feature. And if you deactivate this feature, you already know that the hierarchy here gets deleted, so you can't use it anymore. And this means you need to create your own hierarchy. So within the columns, in the data you have and the columns, you need to actually create an own hierarchy with the year, quarter, month, and day, instead of using or relying on the auto-generated one. As I said, this is only important if you have a really large model and performance is an issue, then this is something you want to untick and create a hierarchy yourself. If you have a smaller model, like for instance we have in here, it's a really small model, it doesn't matter, so we can leave it checked and we can use all the benefits from the auto hierarchy which gets created in here. But I want to point this out because it's important to understand that if you have a larger model, you want to untick this. And that's the reason, this option here. And that's the reason why it was unticked for me in the first place, because I used other models, and that's why by default I always uncheck it. You can always check it and uncheck it here in the data load settings under options if you want to do that, but just want to mention this, okay? So hopefully this is clear. And that's actually it for this additional video. And I can't wait to see you in the next video. Until then, best guys.